Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Sean McVay very aware of that play clock. He calls timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles.
Keeping it with Mixon. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
They'll throw it. Oh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? O-T-B. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down from the gun. Catch made left side by Judy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Running left is Mixon. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
60 by 6.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. This is caught near the pylon. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw it on 1st and goal. No sign in his back. Mixon.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that, it just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Mixon. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Rams chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Blackwell now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Let's go.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, Jackson. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
at their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're going to try and throw it here. Looking underneath here to Mixon. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You change it.
Blitz coming here. Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Jackson now on third. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19.
Looking to throw. Buster's got it. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go. Here we go. Count.
This time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go. Ready.
1st down. Play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Ready. 70. Timberwolf. Go.
3rd and long for him here. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Rams.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That one's complete, right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Got him in. It's Njoku. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Come on. Ready.
Throwing it again here. He has room past the 25. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
That's incomplete left side.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these to really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throwing the out route complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Blackwell now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10.
180. Get hot. 180. 180.
Lamar off the play fake. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
49-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. He's across midfield into Rams territory.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Play action. Here's Jackson. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Watkins that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Hey, sit up. 180. Sit up.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down.
70 Rangers.
A gain of 12. First down.
18 Cardinals. Ready, ready.
Here's a throw. Finds his man over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Come on. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now.
Now looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. Hits the 20. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Rams shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. That one right down the middle. And the Rams get it back to within 6.
27. Rams 21.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Here's Jackson to throw. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson's going to throw again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now Jackson off the play action. Hits his running back. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up second down. Lamar throwing again. That one connects. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
This quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Jump off caught by his back. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. Try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. My man. Ready.
Running for it, Mixon. And finally, they bring him down. He shook up a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
First down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
From the gun, Jackson. Chased out to his right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Now here's Lamar. That's caught for the first. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now it's Lamar. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
No, we changed it.
Here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now. You turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate, and I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. And they'll have it up to around the 23-yard line on the play. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. Going from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Rams have the first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Rams.
Crack all 80. Go.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Top low 18.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Buying some time right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. And he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Ready.
Now to throw. Complete over the middle. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mixon on the counter. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set him to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
First down.
He turned it.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. On the move, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Taking a chance to the end zone. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Wanna quit?
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
You at X. You at X. Throw it. What?
He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So in front...